afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Susan, it is finally Friday.
We made it. The weekend is almost here.
And it looks pretty good in the weather department. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, here's what's making news on this Friday. The former Minneapolis police officer involved in the death of George Floyd has been arrested.
This afternoon, we hosted a conversation with local black leaders who shared their frustrations with us in a live Facebook chat. We'll share some of the highlights with you.
And in coronavirus headlines, doctors in Milwaukee say they're seeing the state's first cases of a rare syndrome tied to COVID-19. But first, the fired Minneapolis police officer seen on video with his knee on the neck of a black man who was struggling to breathe has been arrested.
It comes during a week of escalating violence in the wake of that black man's death. Nicole Killian reports from Washington, D.C.
Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer seen on video with his knee on George Floyd's neck, was taken into custody Friday.
He has been charged with third-degree murder. This is by far the fastest we've ever charged a police officer.
The arrest comes as Minnesota State Police, backed by the National Guard, took up positions on the streets of Minneapolis following another night of fires and looting. The governor called for order to be restored.
We cannot have the looting and the recklessness that went on.
Last night, protesters set fire to the police station where the 4 officers involved in Floyd's arrest worked before they were fired. Other fires continued to burn in the morning hours. Minneapolis police say Chauvin has had 18 complaints against him in his career, but faced discipline for only 2. Protesters say his arrest is just a start.
Please do not run away with the narrative that highlights one arrest. That is nothing at the end of the day. They should have been arrested, but we want to see 4 arrests and charges for everything that they did that violated the law.
Prosecutors say the investigation into the other officers is ongoing, but they anticipate bringing charges against them. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Washington.
Chauvin is also charged with manslaughter, and additional charges are possible. This afternoon, Mark, Jamie, Perez, and I had a conversation with some local black leaders about what is happening in Minneapolis.
It was an honest conversation that covered a lot of ground, and Jamie joins us now with part of it. Jamie?
Yeah, so this is a really, half-hour conversation that was streamed live online. You can find the entire thing on Facebook Live right now. We started the conversation with the panel's reaction to those developments in the case today that the officer was charged, and here's a portion of that reaction.
Necessarily feel that it's going to change things because he was not in a vacuum. 3 other officers at least stood around and watched that, and there are many others who would have done the same thing. And so it's important that charges are being brought against him, but this is a systemic issue and not the issue of one individual police officer. And I think until we wrestle with and understand the systemic nature of this, we're only going to be putting Band-Aids on gaping wounds.
We've been here before. And until we see this change in this case or with these policies, we're going to still be under the same assumption that we're going to see the same things happen again that we've seen before in other cases across this nation. So we're appreciative that he is arrested, but we don't have a lot of confidence that he would be found guilty.
A reaction to sort of calm down the response from social media, from the citizens in those spaces who experienced that, and to sort of, in my opinion, calm those waters down. Because I think if we didn't have the video, if we weren't raising in our voices through the riots and other avenues, that wouldn't have happened.
And our conversation, really took off from there, digging into some of the trust issues between the black community and police and other communities as well. We learned more about the root of the frustration that we're seeing coming forward. And again, we encourage you to watch that entire conversation online. We'll dig into some more of that coming up tonight at 5.
All right, Jamie, thank you. The other big story continues to be the pandemic. There are nearly 18,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Wisconsin, and 18 more people died today, including 1 more in Dane County. The percent of positive cases within the last 24 hours also went up slightly. The state still hits only 3 of the 6 metrics required in the Badger Bounce Back Plan. State officials say they're seeing a downward trend in people reporting symptoms of the virus. However, it is the opposite for flu-like symptoms.
Nationwide, more than 1.7 million Americans have been infected by the virus. The U.S. death toll from the coronavirus coronavirus has topped 101,000 as the governors of all 50 states try to safely reopen their economies. The nation's capital is beginning to reopen again as businesses and restaurants welcomed customers using outdoor spaces and social distancing. Starting next week, the state of Oklahoma will move ahead with phase 3 of reopening, allowing summer camps to operate and businesses to accept walk-in clients. At least 24 states, including Missouri, have reported increases in their average new COVID-19 cases compared to 2 weeks ago. New York's governor says the city is on track to start reopening the week of June 8th. The first phase means non-essential stores could open for curbside pickup and non-essential construction and manufacturing can resume.
We'll never get to zero. What is the bottom of the curve? I don't know, but we're close.
A new study shows more than 2 million New Yorkers had COVID-19 by the end of March. City officials are closely monitoring hospital admissions, among other measures to reopen safely. The CDC now projects more than 115,000 coronavirus deaths by the end of June. Globally, more than 5.8 million people have been infected. And Wisconsin is seeing its first cases of a rare sickness in children linked to COVID-19.
We began to hear about this mysterious disease popping up in New York, but cases have now been identified in dozens of other states as well. Our Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda.
Doctors at Children's Wisconsin say there have been 7 cases of multi-symptom inflammatory syndrome in children in the state since April. A majority of those cases in southeast Wisconsin. 5 of those children were discharged after a short hospital stay. 2 remain hospitalized but are in good condition. It causes inflammation of the organs, including the heart, lungs, kidneys, skin, eyes, and brain. While doctors don't know exactly how it's being spread, they say it's likely a post-infectious complication of COVID-19, and it seems to be affecting African-American children more.
COVID-19 was first reported about 6 months ago. So while we know a lot about COVID-19, we still have a lot more to learn. And in a very similar way, this syndrome is something even newer and more recently recognized. So there is still quite a bit to learn about it as we produce information and share information.
Symptoms include persistent fever, abdominal pain, rash, redness in the eyes, trouble breathing, vomiting, diarrhea, and feeling tired. Children's Wisconsin is trying to gather information to set up a pathway for all doctors to follow when treating children with this syndrome, since there isn't a set treatment right now. Doctors say it's still rare, and while it can be severe, most children will get better with a brief stay in the hospital. They're urging parents who see these symptoms to seek medical attention.
All right, Amanda, thank you. Let's check the weather now. This is a scene outside today. Perfect day to get a little fishing in. A pleasant weekend on tap. Chris Reese is in the backyard with the details on that. Chris?
Yeah, that's indeed the case, folks. We're finally seeing more sunshine out here on the patio, too. We had this wave of cloud cover move through earlier on, but now there are blue skies above me, and blue skies show up on our station tower camera as well. That's good news. With the clouds moving out, any chances for rain continue to move out as well, really even zooming out across the upper Midwest. That last edge of rainfall that we saw over Michigan earlier today, that's now out of here, and dew points continue to move on down. They were uncomfortable yesterday and the days before. Now dew points are much more on the level of being comfortable if you notice it at all. The air a lot drier with those winds coming out of the north and west, and as long as we keep that northwesterly flow, which we will for the next couple of days, it keeps thunderstorm chances at bay. We're not looking at any thunderstorm chances, folks, as we go through the next 3 days. However, changes are brewing as we move into the week ahead. We're going to be looking at above normal temperatures across the upper Midwest, and that will bring a chance in the return of thunderstorms to our forecast. We'll time that out and talk about how warm we're going to get coming up at about the midpoint of this show.
All right, enjoy the weekend, that's for sure. Thanks, Chris. There's more at 4. It's take 2 for the SpaceX rocket launch.
Weather postponed the manned launch on Wednesday, so they're going to try again tomorrow. When we come back, we'll discuss the significance of this launch when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
The legendary DR Trimmer Mower does it all. These machines are built to take a beating. DR gets the job done right.
For your free buyer's guide, call 1-800-418-8915. Free shipping is now in effect. Online at drtrimmer.com.
Could have sworn the treasure was right here.
I found something.
That's what that symbol meant.
You know, instead of hiding our money, it'd be better if there was a place that'll hold it for you safely. Oh, you could take little bits out when you wanted.
How would they know it's yours?
Eventually, somebody has a better idea.
Oh, you could have a little card with your name on it.
Everyone can have secret passwords.
I love secrets.
Like simple mobile plans with no contracts. And now with 5G, it's a better way to mobile. It's Spectrum Mobile.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free APR financing for 84 months on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. And when you do, your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers, so you can find new roads with confidence.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Cardiologists around the nation are sounding the alarm for heart patients who are avoiding the hospital or their doctor over coronavirus concerns.
New data suggests many patients think it's more risky to seek medical care than going to the hair salon. Nationwide, doctors are concerned about patients avoiding treatment for heart attacks, strokes, and other problems. A new study finds 40% of Americans still view going to the hospital as risky, even more than a hair salon, concert, or beach. In another recent poll, doctors are reporting up to a 60% reduction in heart attack admissions.
If we get to patients having heart attacks, get to patients having arrhythmias within minutes as opposed to days, we can make a substantial impact upon mortality. Literally can save lives by intervening early.
NYU created a system where patients go home the same day. Stocks were mixed on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials lost 17 points, ending the week at 25,383. The NASDAQ added 120 points, and the S&P 500 was up 14. SpaceX and NASA are getting ready for a second attempt at history this weekend.
After Wednesday's mission was scrubbed due to severe weather, astronauts will suit up again on the first spacecraft built by a private company approved to launch tomorrow. Astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken are readying themselves for the launch that will get them to the International Space Station. After spending time with family, the two are getting briefed ahead of tomorrow's mission.
There were learning opportunities there. We're always gathering data. But I will tell you, the rocket was ready to go. The crew capsule was ready to go. All the ground systems were working.
The launch will help set a new standard for American space travel, breaking NASA's dependence on Russian spacecrafts and creating a new opportunity for private companies like SpaceX. NASA says at this point it's a 50-50 chance the launch will happen because of the weather. If tomorrow's mission is scrubbed, they'll try again on Sunday.
We're joined now by Madison College astronomy instructor Dixie Burns to talk about the importance of this launch. Hi, Dixie. Thanks for being with us today.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Why is this launch so historic?
Well, it's the first private government partnership to run a launch. Also, you know, this is the first time since 2011 we've had a launch on American soil. So that's rather exciting.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I mean, excited, I'm sure, but are you nervous too?
I am excited. There's always a little bit of nerves beforehand. But, you know, this should be as safe or safer than the space shuttle. I mean, they said there's like a 1 in 270 chance of anything going wrong. You know, whereas the space shuttle, out of 135 missions, 2 went wrong. So,
yeah,
you know, this makes it more than twice as safe.
And they've been using this rocket for satellite launch and bringing stuff up to the space station. It's not like this is the first launch of the SpaceX.
Oh no, they've done quite a bit, and you know, having them bring people is going to be a huge economic boost for this country. I mean, it costs a lot for us to have Russia send them something like 86 million, and we'll save 30 million per astronaut. And the money we're investing goes into private industry, our own private companies, instead of to another country.
Yeah, and the science of it is so fascinating. What do you think this means for the future of space travel?
It is exciting as far as a science standpoint, because if we can get private companies to do things like low Earth orbit launches, that frees up the government funds that NASA has to actually explore the envelope, push things scientifically. I mean, we're interested in going to the moon in 2024, the Artemis project. You know, we eventually want to go to Mars. SpaceX is interested in doing these things. And if SpaceX wants to be involved in a Mars colony or a Mars base, then they have to be able to master bringing humans to low Earth orbit.
So it's more economical to get an outside vendor than for NASA to do it itself?
Definitely.
Why is that?
They decided to do that with partnership, and this decision was made, you know, back earlier in this century here, because then their money would be able to be used for other things. And if we want to put humans in space, we need access to the International Space Station regularly to do science and experiments and learn, you know, how does the body respond to space?
Yeah, how long are they going to be up there? Do we know what the details of the mission?
Well, if they launch tomorrow, it's going to take them about 19 hours to get to the International Space Station. And I think they plan to keep them up there for about 3 months at least before they brought them down.
And then the return is like the old Apollo days. They're going to splash down in the ocean.
Yeah, that's what makes SpaceX neat, and that's why SpaceX can do it cheaper, is it's recyclable. You know, they'll retrieve those parts and then clean them up, and they'll be able to use it again.
Now, what happens if it doesn't happen tomorrow and then they also miss the window on Sunday? Then what happens?
Then they're going to have to decide, you know, when is the next opportunity they have. And that's certainly weather dependent. It's dependent upon, you know, the technology, the astronauts being ready, do they have things, but also the timing of when the International Space Station is in the right spot so that they can rendezvous with it.
It's like rocket science.
Yeah. It is rocket science. But, you know, since the International Space Station is in orbit around the Earth, there will be several opportunities it's easy to rendezvous with pretty regularly. It's just, there are other concerns, you know, engineering-wise here on Earth we have to think about as well.
All right.
And weather.
2:22 tomorrow afternoon is
Local
the scheduled
time.
launch time. Fingers crossed. Joining us from the surface of the moon, Dixie Burns, thanks for being with us today on this Friday.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to the all-new Dwellings.
We wrote the book on replacement windows here at Mad City Windows. Now take a look at our custom-made Eco Sky windows, featuring Sky Mirror technology and layers of low E to give your home an energy upgrade. You know, Mad City, Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. And you can count on us to put a high-performance Energy Star rated window in your home. And you can take advantage of the Factory Direct Window Blowout Sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. $29.95. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Look at the bonus. Buy 7 or more premium windows and get a patio door installed for free. Call during this program and get a free Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate. Be sure to ask about our virtual online estimates. Call us here in Madison and throughout South Central Wisconsin at 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616. Be sure to ask about Mad City's Do More discount. Get additional savings on a new bath and kitchen upgrades. We're going to put a great product in your home. Now remember, we're going to put a high-performance Energy Star rated window in your home with the extra coatings of Low E to give your home an energy upgrade. And now would be a great time to call and save a lot of money during our Factory Direct Window Blowout Sale. Get a house full of windows for $29.95. $29.95. This price won't last long. Go to the phone and call in now. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And look at the bonus. You buy 7 or more premium windows and you get a new patio door installed for free. And if you call during this program, you get a free $100 Walmart gift card or Amazon gift card with your estimate. And be sure to ask about our virtual online estimates only from Mad City Windows.
Dwellings, Madison's best kept $150 secret. Now open in Fitchburg.
Every day, our doctors and nurses, our cooks, housekeepers, therapists, and every member of your healthcare team give the most of themselves to care for you, to care for our community. These are your champions of health.
Well, take a look at this. This is Wolfgang Cease speed gliding down the side of an Italian mountain, and it's a good thing to cut the grass. As he swoops down and skims the ground, he looks like he's clipping the tops off of some dandelions. Wolfgang shows off his vast experience and control while flying at such a high speed that he appears to be just inches above the ground. The ski resort line is just short of a mile long, and Wolfgang makes the most of every inch of it. That almost looks fake.
It does, actually. That's incredible control.
Can you imagine the ground whipping by that quickly? All right, Chris, good weekend of speed glide, I guess.
Yeah, if that's what you're into. We're going to see some nice weather for it as we go through the weekend, but we are already looking at those next chances for the heat and the humidity to return. That full forecast is coming up.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
A couple of days ago, we got an email from the Local Voices Network, the impactful nonprofit convening inclusive conversations with underheard community voices on shared concerns. WISC is a partner in that work. I'd like to read part of the email to you. When we started hosting virtual conversations amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, we weren't sure how they would go, but we knew they were necessary. The stories that have emerged have been powerful, insightful, and inspiring. Where we weren't sure technology would facilitate connection, many have found it to be a lifeline, staging off alienation and loneliness. And now, as many states announce their plans to reopen and rebuild, we have a unique opportunity to listen to a diversity of perspectives, to address gaps in information, resources, and access. Thanks to Local Voices Network, we're hearing those voices. It's hard to imagine more important work right now.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
When you think of a bank, you think of people in a place. But when you have the Chase mobile app, your bank can be virtually any place. So when you get a check, you can deposit it from here. And you can see your transactions and check your balance from here. You can detect suspicious activity on your account from here. And you can pay your friends back from here. So when someone asks you, where's your bank? You can tell them, here's my bank. Or, here's my bank. Or, here's my bank. Because if you download and use the Chase mobile app, your bank is virtually any place. So visit chase.com/mobile.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies.
That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will obey the orders of the
President of the United States.
And I will enable veterans
to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. We've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Celebrities and even people across the country just like you look and feel years younger in minutes.
So I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. And I took the Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge, and I'm not joking. It works.
I'm Neela. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to take care of yourself. Plexiderm, seriously, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under-eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Do you know the secret to having the perfect lawn? Maple Leaf Landscaping does. With their 6-step turf care program, you can have a beautiful lawn all season long. Check their website for special discounts and leave the yard work to Maple Leaf, your year-round property care experts.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the past 24 hours have been pretty wet across parts of the state, and then you can add that another 24 hours and make it the past 48. A lot of areas have picked up over an inch of rainfall. Some of us were closing in on 2 inches of rainfall, especially as you worked your way north and west, primarily of Janesville. With that being said, the nice weather that we have out there now means a lot of folks are probably going to be doing a lot of mowing as we head into the weekend. Doppler track is all clear. We did have some cloud cover out there. A lot of that cloud cover is now starting to filter out, so we're starting to see more in the way of sunshine. The reason for that is this cold front is now pushing towards the south and east. All the warm air, all the humid air, that's now over the eastern third of the country. We're on the back side of that. High pressure starting to move in. A little reinforcing shot of colder air is moving in out of northern Wisconsin. That's sparking off the cloud cover that we have out there right now. But the reality is much cooler, much drier air, folks. That's what's going to be in store as we go through the weekend. Here's the broken cloud cover outside right now. Temperatures are comfortable, though. We're at 64. Winds are out of the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Here's temperatures throughout southern Wisconsin. Boscobel coming in at 68. That's one of the warmer spots. Janesville is at 66 right now. But we put this into motion. Let's head into tonight. As those clouds continue to clear out with the lower humidity, temperatures are going to drop into the upper 40s to right around 50 by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Into the afternoon, we're going to be very much like today in terms of temperature. Think upper 60s, but we'll see a bit more sunshine as we head into tomorrow. Things change, though, as we head into Sunday. That's when we start to see those winds returning out of the south. But by 1 o'clock, temperatures will be around 64. We'll have a chance to make it into the 70s on Sunday. It'll be close. Upper 60s to 70s is where we're going to call it. With that being said, even though a lot of the lake beaches are closed, perhaps you want to get out, do some boating this weekend. It'll be a beautiful weekend to do so. Sunshine at 67 for tomorrow. Sunshine and 69 as we move into your Sunday. Then the warm-up comes our direction. We'll see temperatures back into the low 70s by the time we get you towards Monday. I do have to say, though, we're going to add a chance for some showers and thunderstorms into that Monday forecast. 86 by Tuesday. The heat index that day could be close to 95 degrees, and then we'll be a little bit cooler for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before more upper 80s return by the time we get you towards next weekend. There's a whole lot of humidity in that forecast, folks. Even though we may not be as wet with the rainfall, you're going to be swimming through the air next week. So enjoy this cool down that we have for the weekend.
I hate humidity.
The weekend looks great.
It does. We're looking forward to that. All right, the cancellation of the famed Scripps National Spelling Bee over the pandemic is heartbreaking news for students who qualified for the event. It's the only time since World War II that the finals have been canceled.
But thanks to the ingenuity of two former top spellers, there is an opportunity for the students to shine this year. CBS News correspondent Janet Shamlian shows us how the challenge moved online from Spring, Texas.
Some kids, it seems, live to spell.
CHINKEN.
The best place to show off that talent has been the annual Scripps Spelling Bee, which this year has been canceled.
This one's from 2010.
The news hit hard for brother and sister Shobha and Shurav Desari.
You were in the Scripps Bee 3 times?
I was, yes.
And a semifinalist?
Yeah.
Between the two of them, they've reached the finals 5 times. The Houston area teens knew it would be disappointing
So that word can go.
for this year's finalists.
If you get all 3 parts right, then
So they're hosting their own national spelling bee online.
OPHILE grammar file.
That is correct.
Our main motivation for doing it is just to give these 8th graders the chance that they wouldn't have had to compete at Scripps or, just some sort of like alternate path.
The Desaris started Spell Pundit, a spelling bee preparation company where the virtual competition was announced for children up to 8th grade.
Especially for 8th graders, this would have been their last chance to compete in the National Spelling Bee, so it's just kind of so that their work doesn't go to a complete waste.
It may not be the pomp and circumstance of the National Bee, but 280 students signed up, and the competition is as fierce as ever.
May I have the definition again?
The $2,500 first prize is a drop in the bucket compared to the $50 grand Scripps offers its winner. ADUST. Kirthana Krishnan, who went to Scripps last year and qualified again this year, says it's not about the cash.
We have a champion of the 2020.
What do you like about spelling?
It's like a puzzle. You think outside of the box to find the parts of the word and put them together.
What are your feelings going into this virtual spelling bee?
I feel it'll be a new experience, and I feel like it'll go well.
Shobha and Shurav put in safeguards to keep competitors from receiving help, but say they're probably not needed.
Are you expecting that the honor system will prevail here?
Most of these spellers they understand the bee. They're very competitive about it. I don't think any of them, if they won, I don't think they'd want it to be because they cheated.
All right, your word is Karashti.
And last night, the finals.
Okay, KHAROSHTHI, Karashti.
That is correct.
The winner was 14-year-old Navneet Murali from Edison, New Jersey.
You're the champion of the 2020 Spell Pundit Online National Spelling Bee.
It may not be Scripps, but it's still victory, spelled with a capital V. Janet Shamlian, CBS News, Spring, Texas.
That's a great idea.
That is a fantastic idea. When they said that word, I thought, what?
I am the world's worst speller.
It's incredible.
I ask Susan all the time, how do you spell that?
That was amazing.
Well, there's more to come at 4. Later on, we're going to go behind the screens with Michael Bruno.
And then tonight at 5, there remains a lot of confusion about Dane County officials' ability to enforce Phase 1 of the Dane Forward Plan. We'll answer some of those questions tonight at 5.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Memorial Week sale going on now. Get top name brands for every room in your house at guaranteed lowest prices with power lift chairs from $7.99 and always free delivery. Come join us at Portage Furniture for a Memorial Week sale.
We are the Thrivers. Women with metastatic breast cancer. Standing in the struggle. Hustling through the hurt. Asking for science, not sorries. Our time for more time has come. Living longer is possible and proven in women taking Kisqali plus fulvestrant or a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor. Kisqali is the only treatment in its class with proven overall survival results in 2 clinical trials, helping women live longer with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali was also significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious liver problems and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. It's our time to continue to shine because we are the Thrivers. Ask your doctor about Kisqali, the only treatment in its class proven to help women live longer in 2 clinical trials.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place Apple Wellness, and boy, has this been a rough season. We are here for you. We're open. Our wellness consultants are trained in the top immune, lung, and inflammation supplements that are important right now. We have live chat on our website and same-day delivery for our Dane County residents, so you do not need to leave the house. We support you. Stop by one of our 4 Madison-based locations or check us out online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Memorial Week sale on now. Get top name brands for every room in your house at guaranteed lowest prices with Serta Queen sets from $3.99 and always free delivery. Come join us at Portage Furniture for our Memorial Week sale.
Ahead at 5, a Minneapolis officer has been charged with murder in the death of George Floyd. How local black leaders are reacting to what's going on in Minnesota. That's at 5.
This weekend will be sunny and cool with high temperatures in the upper 60s. Warmer and more humid weather arrives Tuesday and will be here for a while. My News 3 Now First One forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the Wisconsin Coalition Against Homelessness is pushing for extra funding to boost services for those in need during the pandemic.
Look at that live picture of Picnic Point this afternoon. That is a beautiful shot. Little waves on the water.
A little breezy out there.
Well, the pandemic has brought us together in more ways than one, including a common bond over the struggle with our hair. Oh my goodness.
You're making her read this?
I know, look at this. I have not had a haircut in 3 months.
It's coming. I had one the other day.
And it's going to be a couple more weeks for me, so bear with me, everybody. But when the hair salons were closed, all of us resorted to cutting and coloring our own hair. I haven't crossed that bridge yet.
I've had mine cut.
I'm close.
Not colored.
And some have been more successful than others.
In a CBS Primetime special airing tonight, top hairstylists and celebrities are teaming up to offer tips. CBS News correspondent Vlad Duthier spoke with the hosts of Haircut Night in America, married actors Rebecca Romijn and Jerry O'Connell.
We got to a point where literally everyone needed a haircut or their roots done. Not you, Vlad, clearly, but we've all gotten shaggier and shaggier as this lockdown has gone onward.
Here, I'm like Albert Einstein, and it was getting crazy. And, you know, when you look at yourself in the mirror, like, you lose self-esteem.
Married couple Rebecca Romijn and Jerry O'Connell may have found a solution to those quarantine hair mares. The real-life partners partnered up for a one-of-a-kind 1-hour special, Haircut Night in America.
We decided to do America a service. We're going to bring on some of our favorite celebrity friends.
Friends like Kelly Osbourne.
Yes, painted.
Lindsey Vonn and PK Subban.
This is thick, guys.
And Lindsay Lohan.
This is going to be big Long Island hair.
I can't see.
When they came to you and said, we want you guys to do this, what went through your mind?
Oh my gosh!
We got a job.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess. Oh my God! I guess John Legend and Chrissy Teigen were booked or too expensive. I think someone saw one of my posts and saw how gray I was becoming here.
Desperate for sure.
And he said, "Man, his hair is terrible. It's crazy. I'm full Anthony Mason here, and then full Scott Pelley here."
With the help of top celeb stylists, the show weaves together the do's and don'ts of DIY cuts, color, and styling.
Go to the bathtub.
The timer, we have another minute.
Grab the bottle. I stopped breathing.
Along with some much-needed levity.
Relax. Think of a non-COVID world where there's no quarantine.
There are companies who have been selling home coloring kits that are doing business like gangbusters because it's a real thing.
Yes.
Right. Rebecca cut and colored my hair, And I have never heard her so maniacal or excited.
It's very exciting.
Than when my wife had clippers and was in back of my hair. I mean, literally, there were like guttural, like almost Ted Bundy-esque like sounds coming from her.
I felt
like
powerful. So powerful in that moment.
Those dynamics that you're talking about, the dynamics of couples now getting into each other's business, which is the business of hair, which is so personal. That's a bold step in a relationship.
It is. It's a vulnerable position.
This quarantine is really like the true test of all relationships. Haircut night in America for couples is like the ultimate trust fall. It's like a trust fall on steroids. It's as if you're doing a trust fall from a 5-story building. I have to say, coloring my wife's hair was the scariest day of my life since our children were born. Because, Vlad, I found this out too when I was working with our expert and Rebecca. These are the most delicate hairs on our head, right there at the hairline, and therefore the easiest to burn off when you're coloring them.
He said, what's the worst thing that could possibly happen? And so we had to explain to him that these baby hairs get burned off very easily. And if the color stays on for more than 5 minutes, it'll all burn off.
Whoa.
And then the stakes got raised and Jerry got scared.
Here we go. We're going to go over here. All right. We've been married for 13 years. We didn't truly become a couple until we filmed Haircut Night in America.
Oh. Just like the salon, Jerry.
Okay, I think you got it. I think it's good.
Vlad Ducier reporting.
Haircut Night in America airs tonight on CBS.
Are they running out of programming?
I'm kind of curious.
It could be fun.
Yeah,
it could be fun. Well, there's more at 4. You have a chance to take your children to an opera tomorrow virtually.
When we come back, our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to check out Madison Opera for the Young's Family Opera Day online. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
While there's no instruction manual for what we're all going through now, there is Christian and Natalie and all our other associates at Pick and Save, working with one of the country's biggest supply chains for the Kroger family of brands. Keeping our promise that our shelves will be continually stocked and that you'll always have access to the things you need. Because together, we've got you covered. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto is a heart failure medicine prescribed by most cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Heart failure can change the structure of your heart, so it may not work as well. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. And with a healthier heart, there's no telling where life may take you. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto. Novartis thanks the heroic healthcare workers fighting COVID-19.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Happy Friday, folks. Here's how the traffic is shaping up for us throughout the Madison area. This is East Washington at Blair Street right now. You've got some cars out there. Everything seems to be moving along smoothly. As of now, a couple of slowdowns coming outbound on Fish Hatchery, but no major issues showing up. Still, those Beltline average speeds, folks, they're right around 60 miles per hour. Most routes continue to cruise along with no major issues or delays. Mark and Susan.
All right, Chris, thank you. Socially distanced circles for social distancing social circles. That makes sense, right? No. Anyway, that's what's being painted in this city park in Toronto, Canada. Officials want to make it crystal clear how to stay 6 feet away from others. These social distancing circles have already been used in places like San Francisco. After thousands gathered in the Toronto park, officials decided to follow suit. But a word of warning, officers may issue citations to visitors that don't abide by the circular guidelines.
That's a good idea.
It is a good idea. Well, these days it seems like everything has gone online due to the pandemic.
Madison Opera for the Young's Family Opera Day is now also going online. Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to take a look.
I am a pirate king, and it is a glorious thing to be a pirate king.
This is our annual beloved event and one of our very rare public events. So it's a little different, having to be digital, but we ordinarily have it at the Madison's Overture Center downtown. But this time it's going to come to everybody's living room on their computers. And we will still be featuring our community collaborators from Madison. So we'll have the Madison Youth Choirs participating. One of their conductors will be leading the audience at home in singing and doing a little vocal lesson. And the Madison Children's Museum will offer an activity, like an arts or crafts activity that the children can do concerning pirates, I'm sure. Arr. And then there also will be Little Ohm Big Ohm, which is a family yoga organization. And they'll help with some piratical movement, maybe the sea movement. So those will be our community collaborators.
And how did you coordinate all this and get all these things together for this?
That entailed my friend Sarah Frank, so I'll hand that over to her.
Yeah, so a lot of emailing back and forth with these different organizations and with our artists. And then I have a very dear friend who helps with my videos, my husband. And so he's helping me put together a full program, combining all these activities together. And so, you know, it's been kind of a patchwork of getting it to be in a format that's really easy to follow and shareable, but we're excited to try this out and see how well people like it. Some of the most memorable moments for Opera for the Young are seeing a gym full of children just, you know, totally enthralled with our performances. And it's hard to get that through a computer screen. But at the same time, you know, over the last couple of years, we've really been working hard to provide more digital content for our teachers and schools and to share more with the community that way. So if anything, I feel like we're in a good position to create more content. And if anything, it's been a nice practice run as we look towards the fall.
Ordinarily, or close to 200 in-school performances. So as Sarah said, it's seeing the children, it's interacting with the children, it's having them sing what they've learned. They've learned the chorus songs along with an on-stage chorus of children who are with us. So it's a huge change for us. It's 200 schools that participate. So that's big.
That voice. Wow.
It sounds like Michael Bruno in the shower. It's the same kind of dulcet tones. There's the pirate now. So how can people...
Unbelievably talented.
Yeah.
People.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're professional singers. The opera singers are. So how can people get involved with this tomorrow?
Well, it's Family Opera Day, and it's on their Facebook page, the Facebook event, and there's two times, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. tomorrow.
So Opera for the Young is an amazing organization, and it's so great to get kids involved in opera right when they're little, so they get an understanding of it.
And an appreciation.
Right, yeah.
It's wonderful, and they provide them with the scores and the scripts ahead of time so they can practice the songs, they can get an understanding of all the lyrics, and they do, like, you know, Gilbert and Sullivan operettas, which are easy for them to understand, and it's very lyrical for them, and it's all done in English, of course, so they can understand the words, and it's really fun for them. It's been a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to get kids involved at a very young age.
Yeah, it's like 75 students a school year get involved, but hopefully they'll get back on the road next school year. But for now, tomorrow.
Then they will actually do a performance of Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance after the performances.
Okay.
For both things tomorrow.
All right, good deal. Something to do tomorrow. All right, Michael, I guess it's time. 3, 2, 1.
It's Friday!
Oh, we got Chris in here, too.
All right, be well, guys. Hi, Jim.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Have a good weekend, guys.
We'll be right back to the final check of your forecast.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Plumbing and Fire Protection remains open to serve our customers and communities during these times of uncertainty. We've got you covered for all your plumbing service needs. Call us for help. We are here for you.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
Take a break from cooking at home and order takeout from your local Monk's Bar and Grill. Monk's is offering curbside pickup takeout service for your safety and convenience during these difficult times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com for takeout menus and online ordering.
Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared.
When severe weather is on the way.
And your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
Look for a beautiful weekend, folks. Plenty of sunshine and temperatures in the 60s. We'll be right back after this.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Pickray.
legendary DR Field and Brush Mower and put it to the test on your property. Get a DR Field and Brush Mower and get the job done right.
For your free buyer's guide, call 1-800-450-0342. Free shipping is now in effect. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Online at drfieldbrush.com.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Well, as we head into the weekend, let's take a brief break from all the heavy news of today and the whole week.
Sounds like a good idea. Lola and Louie are back with this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Lola and Louie.
This week on the News Hounds, some big baby birds,
a beer-drinking squirrel,
and a super pod of dolphins.
But first, the Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta released video of the birth of its newest beluga whale. The calf was born this week to its mother, 20-year-old Whisper. At birth, the newborn weighed 174 pounds and measured 5 feet 4 inches long. Mother and calf are resting and bonding away from the other beluga whales, at least for now, and the aquarium staff are keeping a close watch over the pair.
Speaking of marine mammals, a super pod of dolphins put on quite a show for some lucky boaters off the coast of Orange County, California. At least 1,000 common dolphins were spotted just before sunset, jumping in and out of the water near Laguna Beach. Super pods usually form for a short period of time during courtship or in response to prey. The whale watching company that shot this video said these dolphins were chasing fish.
A curious squirrel in Munich is simply nuts about the beer table made especially for its small paws by a bored schoolboy. 10-year-old Maxie has had a lot of free time on his hands due to the pandemic, and as Bavaria reopens beer gardens this week, Maxie wanted to make sure his cuddly friend didn't miss out. The curious squirrel, which Maxie has named Madame, now visits his little table at least once a day. The table includes a tiny beer mug, which Maxie fills with nuts, seeds, and raisins. Cheers, Madame.
And finally, look at this. A man in Belgium has some unexpected feathered neighbors. A nest of eagle owls in his window box. These are among the largest birds in the owl family, with a